I hope you have on your rain boots, your raincoat, you have secured your hairline, your goggles are in place, and whatever you do, do not open your mouth. Welcome to Cliff Alerts. Today I will be reviewing The Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 7, Episode 6. The episode begins with Candace's response to Ashley as she tried to insinuate that Chris went into another person's DMs. Candace's response was to tell Ashley that she had information that Michael is a client of a man who claims that Michael performs fellatio on him. She added with emphasis to her statement by saying that her husband's sexual proclivity does not include other men. Candace's statement caused a reaction with the other ladies. Ashley, recognizing that she does not have an advanced skill set throwing shade like Candace, she tried to redirect the conversation, but the damage was done. Ashley, while she did not look surprised, she certainly looked like she was embarrassed. If Ashley said that she's a bisexual woman and she and her husband's lifestyle is free and open, why is it far fetched that her husband too can be bisexual? I'm just asking for a friend. If everything goes and anything goes well, certainly everything and anything goes with both Ashley and her husband, allegedly. But that's their business. It doesn't affect the price of milk. In Candace's confessional, she stated that she was holding on to that information, but Ashley wanted smoke, so she gave it to her. Do these ladies actively look for information about their colleagues and hold that information until needed? How about putting that energy into creating something else more positive, not only for themselves, but for the world? The burn session luncheon came to an end. Maya and Karen joined Robin in the sprinter. I was surprised to see Robin in the sprinter. She claimed that she was waiting on an Uber, which explained that she was still there. Now, for me, if you're going to have a diva moment and leave an event, it doesn't help your persona that when everyone is leaving the building, you're still there and waiting in the sprinter. You're basically still waiting on a ride. So all that diva stuff was all about nothing. And that's where it left you. A real diva knows that if she's going to an event and she's probably gonna show her what, she's gonna drive herself there or have a car so when she exits the building, she's on her way home. Girl, you gotta improve your game. Divas though waiting sprinters waiting to get a ride home. At least not the ones I know. Candace sits down with Giselle and asks for clarity as to what Chris did that made Miss Giselle feel uncomfortable. Giselle claimed that Chris asked to speak with her because he wanted to vent about Candace. Both Chris and Giselle stated that they agreed to have the conversation in her dressing room. Giselle claimed that she expected to find her glam squad in the dressing room, but it was empty. Giselle claimed that she and Chris went into the room, but they left the door open. Now, is it me that when Giselle initially spoke with Candace, she said the door was open, and now at the vineyard, did she say the door was closed? I'm not sure, and I really didn't want to go back and watch this person. My mental health is important to me. But it seems to me like Giselle was implying that the door was now closed. And once she asked Chris to leave to find out some information for her, he left immediately. Now, what is the problem? Because if that's the case, then Candace is correct. We have quite a few women out here claiming that men have sexually harassed them, and sometimes the issue is not true. So when women who show up having that occurrence happen to them in a real way, people don't believe them. And it's a sad state of affairs that Giselle would hold on to this information until she's being filmed to say that she was uncomfortable with Chris. Did you not see the room was empty? You would stop, say, hey, we got to have this conversation at another time. Where did that come from? Or was that manufactured as a storyline? Because, as Candace said, she has seen Giselle plot and scheme storylines. I think it is clear she has no problem in trying to destroy marriages and to mess up her colleagues' reputation. And she does that with her innuendos and presumptions. She has not one, not two, but three beautiful children in the stages of entering the world in a real way. And she has to know that that negative energy could impact her family. Giselle leaves the meeting with Candace and walks to the sprinter and tells Robin that Ashley said that Chris propositioned Ashley's friend at the bar and felt her butt. When the producers showed what Chris was doing at the bar and where her friend was, Chris was standing next to her friend. He was texting someone, and the friend didn't seem like they were even having a conversation. So Ashley's lie has morphed into something else. And from leaving the vineyard and walking to the sprinter, that lie has manifested itself that one, Ashley's girlfriend was propositioned, and two, that Chris felt her butt. How absolutely foul is that? Wendy and Ashley are talking, and Wendy asks Ashley why she brought up that conversation with Candace. Ashley gave her some sort of convoluted story that does not make any sense. I don't want to insult your intelligence by trying to repeat it because I don't want the taste of sulfur in the back of my throat. Ashley pays a visit to an attorney to find options as it relates to her divorce. Once the attorney tells her that she has to have someone who can advocate on her behalf and not leave it up to Michael to do it because he is the breadwinner, she admits in her confessional that she really is stalling, and everyone knew that going in based on how her stories kept changing. Sal, Robin, and Ashley goes to a boutique to purchase clothing for the Miami trip. The women discuss the issues that came up related to Michael. Robin admits that she heard that rumor years ago, and at this point, Ashley appeared to be embarrassed. And while she says she does not believe the rumor again, she doesn't look surprised. The producers revisit the statement Michael made about doing something to Juan. Giselle said that because Candace is over dramatizing her bogus claim, that she almost implied that both Chris and Candace needs to be regulated because Chris is online saying that she's a liar. And I can't imagine that she's saying she's not. She's trying to figure out the dynamics between Candace and her husband. Wait, what? Giselle knows exactly who Candace is. Candace is not brand new. Giselle claimed that she does not want to speak to Chris ever again. It's disgusting to watch both Giselle and Robin trying to redirect Giselle's lie and blame Chris and Candace for their response to that line. Wendy talks to her husband regarding this proposal that Peter sent her. And he came to her and he said, listen, this proposal about the Nigerian restaurant is not viable. And he impressed on her again that she's got too much on the table. Wendy goes on to tell him what happened at the burn session. She said there was a lot of upset and she described what took place. He asked her if she took any accountability for her behavior. She said she did. When she told him that the ladies were now going to Miami, he asked whether it was now a kumbaya moment and that they all were drama central. And he's absolutely right. Wendy believes that after that session in the vineyard, it's going to be a kumbaya moment for her going to Miami. I don't get it. If she wants to go to Miami with her man, girl, you do you. But to leave one chaotic situation and enter another where she has little or no control, I think personally that's bizarre. The ladies meet up with Maya at the airport to go to Miami. All of the usual suspects arrive, with the exception of Candace. Karen lets the girls know that it's her birthday weekend, and she's less than thrilled when she sees Charisse. But Karen does what every grande dame aspires to. She greets Charisse. She asks her about her health. She gives her a tight smile as she walks away in all her grandness, still intact for now. The rental house that Maya rented in Miami is not particularly remarkable. If anyone has been to Miami, you know they got some beautiful homes that you can rent, and I wondered why Maya would rent a house in the suburbs and not on Miami Beach. It don't make any sense because they will all want to be grown and sexy, so okay. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I have seen Maya criticize the host of most events that she goes to in this group. She criticizes one thing or the other. This house situation and her hosting the girls, um, it's trash. It truly is. I was under the impression that Bravo coughs up the money for the trip that the women take in this franchise. So I'm not sure why they would end up in the suburbs and not on the beach. The house has 6 bedrooms with 5 en suites. There are 9 of them. Maya, with her faux sophistication, doesn't seem too concerned that there appears to be no accommodations for Candace, who is arriving later. When asked where is Candace gonna sleep, Maya replied that she does not know and she really doesn't care. Ashley finds out that Candace is supposed to sleep with Wendy in her room. However, there's only one bed. And the mean girls take it as a joke. They kiki and ha-ha, but it's really not funny. Charisse, who thought she went to the head of the line by getting her own room initially, finds out that her bedroom does not have an ensuite bathroom. So I'm surprised that Charisse found the accommodations wanting, and in two sequence rather, she's asking Maya and then she's asking um Ashley about going to a hotel. Um, does she not know that she could pick up the phone, call any hotel on the beach, hook up with the ladies wherever they need to go, but go where she wants to? It's just a phone call away if the accommodations that Maya made it is not suitable. So they show us Giselle and Robin in their room. Giselle doesn't like the idea of sharing her space with Robin. So it wasn't a surprise to me that both Robin and Giselle could hear the sounds of a flushing toilet. Ashley comes into their room and starts talking. She claims that she's made an offer on a house she loved, but resented it because the owner is unable to move in the time that she needs him to. She mentions how difficult it's becoming to inhabit the same space with Michael and that they are arguing constantly with each other. That's basically the reality of divorce. It requires your full attention. So it does not help you getting into other people's business and spreading ish about them. The ladies get dressed for the night's festivities. Maya calls Peter Thomas, who is a good friend of her and Gordon, to let him know that they were coming to his lounge. Peter tells her that he has a bone to pick with Wendy. Maya, of course, is curious and she wants to know what's the deal, but he doesn't go into details with her over the phone. That's where the episode ended. However, they showed a preview of Maya throwing water on Wendy, and of course, it was on and popping. So that's all I have. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please click that notification button and please send me your comments. The lesson here is this: if you're going to an event, if you're going to a location that you may have an issue with someone there and you know they have some toxic tendencies, it will be wise if you drive yourself there. So if you need to leave, you can do so. Do everything you can to keep yourself safe and drama free. My father used to say, you got to walk with Vex money. You do that too. But if you can drive to a location and drive yourself back, that's good as well. Have a good one. I'll see you next week. You're blessed to be a blessing. Bye bye.